Yeah. Yeah. Okay, man. Yeah. Okay, man. Yeah. Yeah. We are live, man. We will be live. Yeah. We are in live.
Saying that in future probably the computer engineers would be replaced by machine learning like
and AI models.
artificial AI. I will say that yes, it will replace, but not hardcore backend development or operation stuff. Probably what it may replace, uh, may, because see, I have tried during my work. I extensively use ChatGPT. Again and again and again, ChatGPT gives me wrong answers. Okay, so I use ChatGPT as an enabler helper to initially get started with my work, because my work needs to do a lot of stuff which nobody in my company have done. So I will be the first to do it. So there is a lot of explore and everything. So I use ChatGPT to get started. But to be truly speaking, does AI model replace software developers by 2026? I am very sure the answer is no. Okay, I'm very sure the answer is no. What a AI model can do by 2026 end or 2028 end would be that. So let's say you have a business problem, right? As of today, what happens? Somebody has a business problem in mind.
Sir, hello,
Huh,
sir.
huh.
Uh, j- yes, I also feel that the ChatGPT is good for the content creating or writing, something
Not
like that.
content creation, even scratch website development. So let's say you have some idea, like
Yes,
somebody
sir.
is wanting to
I'm
some.
just telling that. Can you take one example and we can talk on that example, so it will be better to understand
Okay, so you want one
some
example.
idea. Yeah.
So let's take, like, let's say for an example, company like Atlassian. Let's take an example like company like Atlassian, or for an example, I think you order food from Swiggy, Zomato. You order stuff from Mintra and Flipkart. So I
Amazon,
had,
yeah, Flipkart, yeah.
so I had worked at Flipkart. Sorry, not Flipkart. I worked at Mintra. I worked at Swiggy. When Swiggy was very small, actually, like I was probably maybe the first 50 engineers of Swiggy. So like Swiggy, within a year of Swiggy's launch, I joined Swiggy when it was very small. So the thing is that what I can say is that the development process in these companies are pretty complex, especially the backend. And for a front end, even like if you have heard about React and all those, so they have pretty huge code base. Can AI write code without breaking anything into that code base by 2027-28? I am very sure no. Right, the answer is no. So the thing is that
Okay.
if so your basic computer science skills still is relevant till 2027-28, right? At least backend developer, because like, so let's assume like what you can do is that you can build something, try to build at your home something from scratch like Swiggy, right? or a
Okay.
e-commerce site. Okay, you will see how complicated that is, right? And the scale at which these guys operate, the being solved is pretty complex, and the complexity cannot be handled generic way via this AI model. I don't see them doing till 2022 or 24. Yes, what can happen? These a lot of people do freelancing, right? So there is somebody who has a business idea, and they will ask you to build a website for them. That
Hmm.
obviously will be done by AI models by 26. I can guarantee you that. So anybody who has an idea, they write that idea in some English or something, and that would be converted into code. So hello, yeah,
Yes, I'm listening, sir.
that would be surely be done. But what I believe is that um you get your fundamentals correct. So for an example, if you want to be relevant, focus on the fundamentals. Like you should be able to, like any given problem, you should be able to convert into a DB model, right? DB model means like MySQL. You should explore yourself to learn more about NoSQL databases. For an example, you can pick up Memcache, or you can pick up Redis. Not like let's take a simple learn about Amazon DynamoDB. Okay, I would suggest that you learn about
Sorry, learn about.
Amazon DynamoDB.
Okay.
So have you heard about, so cloud computing is nothing but infrastructures on cloud. Cloud is nothing but internet, right? Sorry, it's a
Hmm.
fancy term. Okay, so what you can do is that you obviously be very strong with your MySQL. So any problem, take problems on the internet, try to model into data models and write queries into MySQL. That is one thing. Second thing, you should learn about one of the NoSQL databases in college. Sadly, in college, in our normal course curriculum, I am very sure you are not taught about it. Okay, which you should learn. So there is two way to get exposed to cloud computing and also NoSQL is to learn Amazon DynamoDB. Amazon DynamoDB is a
Okay.
NoSQL databases hosted by Amazon AWS. AWS is what? Amazon Web Services, right? It is nothing but an infrastructure provided by AWS on cloud, right? So
Yeah,
that's
that
like
is the
for
biggest one right now.
AWS is the biggest one. So AWS has many services. Out of that, one of the services is Amazon DynamoDB. Amazon DynamoDB is nothing but a data store, right? So I would really want you guys to explore that. That would really give you some knowledge. So try exploring. So the first good thing about Amazon DynamoDB, if you are a student, they give you free
Hmm.
credits and all this. You have to Google it out, but do learn about Amazon DynamoDB. Know MySQL very well, and also if you know MySQL, know its indexing, why, how index works, how you can index. So those exploration has to be done. So these two you have to done. You should know one programming language very well. So again, I would be repetitive, but please do solve lot of data structure hardware problems, data structure and algorithm problems. Do not mug. The point is to so that you can write code fast, think code fast. Okay, so there are good amount of books, or like just try out lead code every day. Solve every week at least solve 3 4 easy problem, move to medium problems. So if you solve a lot of medium problems, what will happen is that your thinking ability builds. If you copy paste the solution and mug it, no thinking ability is built, right? So you have to spend time with those problems and come up with the solution yourself. So what happens is that you have to practice a lot so that you can write complex code fast, and you can also understand others code. So these two things, learn the basic structure of networking. So there is a website, there is a YouTube channel called Byte Go. Okay, so I myself have a subscription. You guys will not pay, but there is a free YouTube website called Byte Go. I have a subscription for that, for by which I get the premium content. But go through the Byte Go and try to understand. It's an amazing YouTube website on technical stuff. Please go through it and try to understand the internal details of networking. So these are the things you need to focus on. And yes, if you know a little bit about machine learning and AI/ML, that would be wonderful. But I would say whatever you know them well. And there are a lot of, and do get exposed to Amazon DynamoDB is a request I would make. Like please do explore it. For students it's free, like you will get free students credits. Please do explore that and try to build an application on top of that. And another thing I would say, try to build a Slack app. Okay, what
Slack
is
app.
Slack. I will whatever I'm saying. Please take a note of them. Try to build a Slack app.
Yes, I'm
Slack,
taking.
Slack is nothing but like a similar to WhatsApp, but it is used as a messaging platform in companies, enterprise companies, like for Atlassian, your Amazon, your Myntra, your Flipkart. Everybody at Swiggy also we used to use Slack. So try to build a Slack app along with the DB being Amazon Dynamo DB. That's the best exploration you can do. I think, see, you have to build stuff to get to really know things. Just by reading the books, you will not be able to explore that much. And I believe the competition bar is now high because like there are more students now. And if you say, will you get jobs? I still believe there are good amount of jobs in software engineering, like IT field in India. There are like good amount of jobs, like so the thing is that you just need to be at that level so that you can get a job. So for an example, in your college, I had last year I had mentored 4 students. I believe most of them have got good jobs. Like they each one had 3 4 offers. So the thing is that, so it's very simple: solve lead code problems every week, at least 3 4, take one particular language and solve it. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing is that know MySQL or PostgreSQL very well. Take any problem statement on internet, try to convert them into DB models. Third is please do explore Amazon Dynamo DB, which exposes you to NoSQL and also cloud, this your cloud computing. And the fourth is that please build a Slack app. If you do all these four, I think you will be in a pretty and the fifth one is please go through videos of Byte Go. There are tons, lot of videos. You do not have to go through all. Choose and select, and please go through these videos. I think then you will be in a pretty good place. You will surely crack TCS and Infosys. If you do this, you will easily crack. The good part is that you can even crack good companies like higher level companies like Deloitte, Ernst and Young. I can guarantee you that, but that effort has to be done for 1.5 years. So that is that's fine, right? Or should I repeat the same thing in Bengali?
No, okay, sir.
No, I'm asking,
Got
should I
it.
repeat the same thing in Bengali? Then you guys can, I can repeat that in Bengali also if you wish. Okay, for everybody's sake, did that guy, huh? So, Mahidhar, I will repeat the whatever I said in Bengali, but yeah, I have spoken that, told that in English also. So, what I am saying, বাংলায় বললে তোমাকে 5টা জিনিস করতে হবে তোমাদের। এক নম্বর হলো যে কোনো মাইসিকুয়াল বা পোস্টগ্রেসিকুয়াল, যেটাকে বলে হলো আরডিবিএমএস, রিলেশনাল ডেটাবেস ম্যানেজমেন্ট সিস্টেম। যে কোনো একটা আরডিবিএমএস কে খুব ভালোভাবে জানতে হবে, হয় মাইসিকুয়াল বা পোস্টগ্রেসিকুয়াল। এর মধ্যে অনেক ইমপ্লিমেন্টেশন, আমি বলছি মাইসিকুয়াল ফ্রি অ্যান্ড ওপেন সোর্স আছে, ওটা ইউজ করো। যেটা তোমাদের করতে হবে হলো ইন্টারনেটে যে কোনো প্রবলেম স্টেটমেন্ট নেবে, এরকম ভাবে তোমাকে খাটতে হবে বা তোমাকে জানতে হবে যে ওইটাকে তুমি টেবিল স্ট্রাকচারে কনভার্ট করতে পারো। তার জন্য কি হবে, দেয়ার ইজ ওয়ান টু এন, এন টু ওয়ান, এন টু এন, এইসব মডেলিং আছে না, সেটা তোমাকে ঠিক ঠিক করতে হবে। দ্বিতীয় হলো যে কোনো একটা নো সিকুয়াল ডেটাবেস এক্সপ্লোর করো। ফর অ্যান এক্সাম্পল অ্যামাজন ডাইনামোডিবি। ঠিক আছে, অ্যামাজন ডাইনামোডিবি এক্সপ্লোর কি হলো, কি হবে, তুমি প্রথমে নো সিকুয়ালে এক্সপ্লোর হবে, যেটা তোমাদের কলেজে শেখায় না। ঠিক আছে, কলেজের মনে হয় সিলেবাসে নেই নো সিকুয়াল। তা তোমরা ওই এক্সপ্লোরেশন হবে নো সিকুয়াল ডেটাবেসে, অলসো কম্পিউটিং, কারণ অ্যামাজন ডাইনামোডিবি তুমি লোকালে চালাতে পারো না। ঠিক আছে, ওটা হলো তোমার এডব্লিউএস এই চলতে হবে। তাহলে তুমি জানবে কি করে এডব্লিউএস এ অ্যাকাউন্ট বানাতে হয়, এডব্লিউএস এর সিকিউরিটি কি করে চালাতে হয়, এডব্লিউএস এ কোড কি করে ডিপ্লয় করতে হয়, সেটা কি করে কানেক্ট করতে হয়, এটা তুমি ওটাতে এক্সপ্লোর হবে। সেটা এক্সপ্লোরেশন ছাড়া কিছু হয় না। আর এডব্লিউএস এর জন্য প্রচুর তুমি মেটেরিয়াল ইউটিউবে পেয়ে যাবে, তাই জন্য অ্যামাজন ডাইনামোডিবি। তৃতীয় হলো সপ্তাহে অ্যাটলিস্ট 3টে থেকে 5টা প্রবলেম সলভ করবে, লিড কোডের প্রবলেম, যে কোনো প্রোগ্রামিং ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ যেটা তোমাদের চয়েসে। চতুর্থ হলো খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট, সেটা হলো বাইট গো বলে একটা ওয়েবসাইট আছে ইউটিউবে, সেইটার ভিডিও দেখা শুরু করো। আর পঞ্চম কি বলেছিলাম যেন, যাই হোক, হ্যাঁ মোস্টলি এরকমই। ঠিক আছে, সো ইয়া, দেন ইফ ইউ হ্যাভ এনি মোর কোয়েশ্চেন আই ক্যান আনসার।
Yeah, someone is asking that how do you rate MongoDB?
How do I rate MongoDB? MongoDB is also used widely across industry. So like for an example, when I was working in this company Swiggy, early stages, so I had built a system using mean means Mongo Express Angular node. Mongo was the DB, Express was the node server, Angular was the front end network, and Node.js was the what should I say, the backend code server that you write. Okay, so I used that in me Mongo Express Angular Node. Mongo is something which many companies use. Yes, if you do not want to explore Amazon DynamoDB, another good way to explore a NoSQL database would be to explore MongoDB. But MongoDB again would have, obviously the good part about MongoDB is that you can host it locally, like you can put it on your local computer and play around with it. But you will not have that much exposure with the cloud computing infrastructures. So Amazon DynamoDB provides you that. But yes, if you want to explore MongoDB, please go ahead and do that, because that is also a very highly used NoSQL databases in our industry, used by multiple companies. As I can say, Myntra and lot of companies do use it.
Yeah, okay, Arka. As financial year came to end, can we expect some job openings?
See, as I can say, see, the thing is that the market. So, like, what is the problem? So, the why there is not so many job hirings, but the companies are not doing bad, right? As you can see, like for an example, Atlassian is hiring again. Atlassian again have started hiring. There are a lot of openings where which Atlassian is hiring. Similarly, a lot of companies are also hiring across India and everywhere, but yes, not at the level which used to happen 2 years back. The main reason being that the global economic condition is not well. So the companies are not very bullish and about the future, and they don't think they would need so many people to so that their business would be so much high, right? So that is the reason why hiring is not at the same level. But yes, there are hiring available happening throughout India. Good number of hirings available happening throughout India. Obviously, the during the COVID time, the salaries being offered were crazy. That will never happen for the next 3 4 years, I believe, provided if you have some very good control over machine learning. If you are a very good machine learning engineer, so if you somehow can grasp good machine learning stuff and then you can build, then trust me, there is a huge amount of what you call demand for good machine learning engineers or data scientists. You are going to get very good jobs. So yeah, somebody asked me, like, can, like, what is the scope of machine learning? That is pretty huge, but being a good machine learning engineer is pretty hard. So if you are willing to put in hours and hours into building yourself, please do that, because there is huge amount of demand for good machine learning. So I'll saying, like, there is AI, there are machine learning experts, there are machine learning engineers, there are data scientists, and then there are data engineers. So if you can explore all these four by yourself, any of them, then your chance of getting hired becomes much higher than being just a back-end developer or a front end. The front end is something which is getting least hired. So I will say that try to go a bit on back end or on DevOps. So you can explore DevOps stuff also. So which is also mostly a back end engineering stuff only. So front end, I believe the amount of jobs I see has reduced a lot. So for an example, any company would, like any big company like Atlassian, if they, like, do not quote me, I may be very wrong, but what I see is that if there are 100 engineers in Atlassian, the data may be wrong, somewhere in between. If there are 100 engineers, there would be 20 backend engineers, 20 front-end engineers and 80 backend and DevOps engineers and AI ops engineers. That's the current situation of the industry at, like in big companies. It applies to Google, it applies to your what you called Amazon, it applies to your Flipkart, it applies to Salesforce. Yeah, Mayur, you just interviewed for Salesforce. It applies to Salesforce also. So there is a site.
Yeah, you can read or I'll prompt it for you.
I can read. Hello, sir. Myself Sai. I have graduated in 2023 from Tier 3 College in City. Please, can you please give me a roadmap to get a job in MA? I have strong knowledge in Python. So for you, Sai, what you can do mostly is that, yes, as I've said, uh, So tier 3 doesn't is not a problem. Whatever college, the skill that you possess is important. The roadmap is very important. So follow this roadmap. I think you will have a higher chance of getting a job. Is number one, you know Python, that is good. Solve. I believe you are passed out, right? Yeah. So solve 10 problems a day in lead code. Number one. Number two, please do get a good grasp of MySQL, good grasp of either MongoDB or Amazon DynamoDB. I would say preferably Amazon DynamoDB, and do build a Slack app where the database could be your Amazon DynamoDB. Do that. You will have a lot of exposure and go through some of the videos of Byte Go. Your systems programming would be clear. Systems programming, system design stuff will be much clearer. So yeah, if you follow this roadmap and have timelines, like for an example, if I say solve 8 codes per day, probably you can solve 20 codes. Another important thing is that there is a website called HackerRank and HackerEarth. Please do compete in there. So there are some companies have open hackathons over there, not hackathons, or some initial round they conduct on this website, HackerRank and HackerEarth. These are the two that I know of. Please do participate over there. So if you get into the first 200 or 300, they will, I believe, ask you for an interview. That's how you get noticed. The second thing that you can do, if you are in Hyderabad or Bangalore, please do attend this events called, what are those called, users group, right? So like Amazon has an Amazon users group. I believe if you are in Hyderabad, there is an Amazon users group event happening multiple times in Hyderabad. Please do attend that Amazon users group, Google users group, Adobe users group, Oracle users group. Please do join those users group, and do please do attend those events. What will happen is that you will build a network. Okay. And then if there is any hackathon happening anywhere in your city, in Kolkata there is happening much less, in Bangalore and Hyderabad much more, but please do attend those. Like you don't have to attend everyone, at least month you attend one, I will say. That's it.
Yeah, consider some of the freshers joining your team. What are the skills that you expect a fresher who is joining?
Join.
Consider a fresher is joined in your team. What are the skills that you expect from him?
Oh, freshers who join my team. So it's very simple. Like if it's team. So first of all, our like the fresher who joined our team, they should be able. They should be a good problem solver. We don't need skills. They should be a good problem solver. Means like they can learn stuff fast. So most probably they would have coded in Python in their college, or maybe some other language. But in Atlassian, our team codes in Java. So then he or she should be able to pick up Java very fast and write